WYPL is proud to present Memphis Sounds with George Klein. Sponsored by Hard Rock Cafe. Party and valet like a rock star at Hard Rock Cafe. Complimentary valet with $50 purchase.
George Klein and Memphis Sounds. Our purpose is to keep Memphis music, past, present, and future alive. We need your support. We need your help. Give us a call now, 901-415-2833. Phillip, the road man, the guy that promotes records. How you doing, Phillip Rauls?
Doing excellent. Good to see you, buddy.
Are you still out there in Seattle, huh?
I'm out there in Seattle, Pacific Northwest.
The streets just go up and down like that?
Oh, you get dizzy driving.
Everybody parks their car into the curb, huh?
Yeah, turn the wheels.
It never rains out there, does it?
No. We tell the Californians that so they won't move up there.
But it is a cool town, Seattle. You told me about that rock and roll museum up there, too.
EMP is a magnificent rock and roll museum, and my goodness, it's worth the trip up there just to that alone. That is right next door to the Space Needle. My goodness, between the two, that's a great vacation.
A real famous person put that museum in. Who was he?
Paul Allen.
Paul Allen,
He's co-founder of Microsoft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Rumor is he had $30 million to put that together, so that's a lot of play money to put together a first-class museum.
Well, tell us about Phillip Rauls. What are you doing these days?
Well, I'm retired. I'm staying active with my writings. I've got a new book out, and I license my...
Right here.
Yeah.
That's a cool-looking front, man. I like that.
Yeah, that is. I took all those pictures, and they were, from me being on the road, my rock and roll days of being with the record labels.
Oh, boy, I bet you got a lot of stories you could tell, huh?
Well, a lot of them are PG, too. We'll keep the good ones.
It's a good-looking book, man.
Thank you.
I like the way it's put together. Well, Phillip, tell us tell the folks out there what you used to do in Memphis.
Well, I left Memphis in '86, so I've been gone 31 years. But before I left, I was hired by EMI Records, and EMI transferred me to St. Louis, then to Seattle. But it's been a good ride. I got out there, and when I got out of the business, retired from the business in the mid-'90s, I started working on my memoirs. And of course, I had tons and tons of old photographs because I always carried a camera with me during my days on the road. So I utilized the photographs and my stories and put together the book, and it seems to be trending well.
Well, good deal. So if anybody wants it, once again, how can they get it now?
Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com. And you can just go to the internet and just put it in, and they'll send it to you. I think it's free shipping, too.
Where'd you go to high school, Phil?
I went to Treadwell. I was a Treadwell Eagle.
Oh, there with the Gentrys?
I was there with the Gentrys.
Were you there with Larisbury and...
Well, I was with the Gentrys. I was their road manager.
Oh, really?
I was their road manager. Jimmy Hart. Jimmy got me in the band, and I traveled with Larry and them. And that's where I came on board with STAX Records, because Jim Stewart knew I worked with the Gentrys. And I got a nice little story in there about me coming on board with STAX that I encourage your listeners to read.
Is it pretty good?
It's pretty good.
But STAX was red hot for a minute.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Otis Redding, Booker T, Isaac Hayes. I have the gold record on Isaac Hayes' Hot Buttered Soul.
Really?
Yes, indeed.
Well, I noticed by your bio that was sent in before you got here today that you worked on Black Oak, Arkansas also, didn't you?
Black Oak, Arkansas. Of course, they were nobody else at the time.
What about the Eagles? I want to ask you about
the Eagles, and yes, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Led Zeppelin. Mm-hmm.
How were the Eagles? I'm hearing so many crazy
very
stories.
Professionals. I went on the road with Glenn Fry.
Did they not talk to each other, really?
Oh, yeah. I went on the road with Glenn Fry alone. Just he and I. We were going city to city. Went to Scott Shannon, MAK, went to all the radio stations, Quixie in Atlanta. Just he and I introducing them before Take It Easy and Peaceful, Easy Feeling before those records came out.
Oh, because, you've heard all the rumors about they each got their own limousine and they don't talk to each other or whatever, but they sure are talented, man.
Well, in those days, they were all riding in the same car. Okay, this was a pre-limousine days.
Very good. I'm glad for you, man.
Delighted to see you.
Glad to see somebody from Memphis making it.
Thank you so much.
Phillip Rauls, good guy, great promoter of records, Mr. Phillip Rauls. Thanks for coming down, Phillips. Memphis Sounds with GK.
Candle